something subtle is happening right now. You may not see it immediately, but you can feel it. A quiet shift in perception. A moment where something inside you pauses and begins to observe life differently. Today carries symbolic weight for many people around the world. A full moon illuminates the night sky, marking a moment of completion and reflection. At the same time, the beginning of a new year invites a natural question. What part of our life is ready to change? But beyond the symbolism of calendars and celestial cycles, there is a deeper process unfolding within human awareness. A quantum shift begins the moment the observer changes. In physics, something remarkable was discovered while studying the smallest particles in existence. At the quantum level, particles do not behave like solid objects. They exist as probabilities, waves of potential outcomes, until they are observed. This phenomenon is known as the observer effect. When observation occurs, the probability collapses into a measurable reality. Now pause for a moment and consider the implication. The act of observing does not merely reveal reality, it participates in shaping it. On a human level, this insight carries profound meaning. The way you observe life influences the way you experience it. Your expectations shape your decisions. Your emotions influence your perception. Your internal state filters the possibilities you recognize and the actions you choose to take. This does not mean we control every event in the universe, but it does suggest something powerful. The observer matters. When the observer changes, the relationship with reality begins to change as well. Perhaps this is what people feel during moments like a full moon or the start of a new year. These moments invite reflection. They invite a pause from automatic living. For a brief moment, you step back from the constant stream of thoughts and ask yourself, who is observing this life? When awareness deepens, something shifts. You begin to notice your thoughts instead of being carried by them. You feel emotions without immediately reacting. You choose responses more consciously, and slowly, your actions begin to align with a clearer internal state. From the outside, life may look similar at first, but inside, the observer has changed. And when the observer changes, the pattern of decisions, reactions, and perceptions also begins to change. Over time, this new pattern shapes a different experience of reality. This is what many people describe as transformation. Not an instant miracle, but a gradual shift in the relationship between awareness and life. The full moon above us tonight reminds us of something simple but profound: illumination. The moon does not produce its own light, it reflects it. And in many ways, consciousness works the same way. When awareness becomes clear, it reflects reality more truthfully. You begin to see patterns you could not see before. You begin to understand why certain experiences kept repeating. And you begin to realize that the power to change the direction of your life was never outside of you. It begins with the observer. So if you feel something moving within you, a quiet urge to grow, to observe more carefully, to live with greater presence, consider the possibility that your quantum shift has already begun. Not because the universe suddenly decided to change for you, but because the observer within you is becoming aware. And when awareness evolves, reality slowly reorganizes around it. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe and continue these conversations with the universe. This channel is a space to explore awareness, consciousness, the observer effect, and the deeper relationship between science and the human experience. There is much more to discover, and the universe keeps speaking for those willing to observe.